and 12B getting ready for their first feature race of the weekend. On the front row, the 49 of Howard Liebengood in the BMW M3. He's sharing the row with Tom Briest, car number 71, the Porsche 914 six-cylinder. Second row, 3A, Jim Lenahan, another Porsche 914 6. And in car number 721, Richard Nays in the Porsche 911. Third row, the 211, Charles Guest in a Mazda RX-7. And the number 20 of Patrick Womack in a BMW 2002. Fourth row, the 2 of Robert Pink in a Datsun 240Z and the Porsche 914 6 of John Perry, car number 14. Fifth row, the 23 of Michael Levesque in the Chevrolet Yenko Stinger Corvair, and he's sharing that row with the number 94 of Ron Pauly driving a Toyota Supra. Pair of BMWs in the sixth row, the 83 of Keith Lippiatt in a BMW 2002, and in the BMW M3, Kevin Rubel, number 32. Seventh row, the 47 of Drew Neubauer in a Datsun 280Z, and the Porsche 911 of Scott Birkeland driving the number 06. Eighth row, 88, Robert Mokas in an Alfa Romeo Spider, and another BMW 2002, this one driven by Real Barnett. It's car number 34. For row 9, car number 29A, Tom Vale Jr. in a Ferrari 308 GT4, and the Datsun 510 of John Wiley, car number 8. 10th row, 76, John Rogers Smith in a Datsun 240Z, and the Corvair of Jeff Rapp, number 19. 11th row, 09, John Coyle in a BMW 2002, and the Datsun 240Z of Lowell Marks, that's car number 50. Final cars on the grid, it's row number 12, 32A, Tiffany Lorton in a Chevy Camaro Z28, and the Lotus 7 Series 3 of James Kocher, car number 57. Cars transition onto the front straight. They're keeping an eye on the starter. The starter's not wasting any time. Green flag waves, and headed to the front goes the 49. That is your pole sitter, Howard Liebengood in the BMW M3. Heading down into turn 1, we've got a pair of Porsche 914 six-cylinders running second and third. Porsche 911 in fourth, trying to make it up into third. Also up towards the front is the Yenko Stinger Corvair. 49 Liebengood, your leader. Tom Briest, number 71, runs in second. And it looks like that Porsche 911 did move into third place. That's the 721 of Richard Nays. 3A Jim Lenahan running in fourth, and it's the Charles Guest, number 211 Mazda RX-7. The RX-7 makes his move, gets around the 3A of Lenahan, takes over that spot. Liebengood with a pretty decent lead over second place at the moment. Things tightening up a bit for third, fourth, and fifth. And here comes your leader, the 49 of Liebengood, followed by the 71 of Briest, 721 Nays. The 3A, the 211. 3A Jim Lenahan, 211 Charles Guest. That completes your front five, 6 through 10. The 20 of Patrick Womack in the BMW 2002. 23 Michael Levesque in the Chevrolet Yenko Stinger Corvair moves up into seventh. Number 2, Robert Pink in 8th. The 83 of Keith Lippiatt moving into 9th. And completing the top 10, number 14, John Perry, in the third of the Porsche 914 six-cylinders out there. Up next is a 30-minute practice session for the Trans Am TA3 and TA4 cars, followed by the vintage motorcycles, and then we'll get started with our program for the Indy Legends Charity Pro-Am, the fan walk, driver introductions, and that 50-minute race presented by Racer Magazine. Be sure and stop by the SVRA booth. It's located at behind the pagoda in the pavilion area. You'll see the pop-up tent, SVRA logo on it, SVRA lettering. And what you'll find there are t-shirts, hats, programs, Vintage Racing Quarterly magazine, and a lot of other items that you may well need, like earplugs. One of those things that's easily forgotten when it comes to going to the racetrack. But they're all available at the SVRA booth. And your leader, Howard Liebengood, passes by start-finish one more time, completing lap number 4, working lap 5. 71, Tom Briest in the Porsche 914-6 runs second. the 721, Joey Esma behind the wheel in the Porsche 911. 3A, Jim Lenahan in a Porsche 914-6 runs fourth. And in fifth, it's the number 20 of Patrick Womack, the BMW 2002. Looking now for that Chevrolet Yenko Stinger Corvair, and there he goes by, car number 23. That is Michael Levesque. Levesque shown in seventh, moving into sixth place, the two of Robert Pink in a Datsun 240Z. 4 laps complete, working lap number 5. And coming up, it is Trans Am practice. Trans Am presented by Pirelli, with the TA, TA3, and TA4 cars taking to the track for a 30-minute practice session. Number 14, John Perry's taken over 8th place in the Porsche 914-6. In 9th, moving up a spot, Kevin Rubel in the BMW M3. And rounding out the top 10, the 83 of Keith Lippiat in another BMW 2002. So in the top 10, we've got BMWs in 1st, 5th, 9th, and 10th. Porsche's occupying 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 8th. Datsun's in 6th, and that Chevrolet Yenko Stinger Corvair in 7th. No change in the running order till we get down to 9th place. 94, Ron Pauly has gotten around the 32 of Kevin Rubel. .7 seconds separating first from second, and the gap from second back to third, roughly 5 seconds. So Tom Breest in second place has it kind of lonely out there for the moment, as does your leader Howard Liebengood. He has just stepped out from the drop of the green flag. And it looks like Kevin Rubel in the number 32 BMW M3 is looking to make a move around the 23, the Yenko Stinger of Michael Levesque. And he does get the job done going into turn 1. Pauly now behind the Corvair. Pauly in the Toyota Supra. Traffic playing a part in this race for sure. Your lead group working lap number 7. 49 Howard Liebengood's best lap, a 1:44.8, 83 miles an hour, average speed around the racetrack. And so far, that is the fastest race lap. Second quick would be your second place runner, the 71 of Tom Breest, with a 45.9, and a 46.5 for third place Joey Esma in car number 721. And it looks like we've got a problem on the front straight, and I believe that is the 23 of Michael Levesque in the Yenko Stinger Corvair, as he is just rolling very, very slowly just past the starter, if he's lucky, rolling across the yard of bricks. And has now come to a stop. The checkered flag is out. Your winner is Howard Liebengood in car number 49. And we have a yellow flag on the front straight, and that is indeed for the 23 of Michael Levesque. Liebengood, your winner overall, and your Group 12 class leader. Your Group 8 leader or winner, second overall, the 71 of Tom Breest. Finishing second in Group 8, the 721 of Joey Esma, and third, the 3A of Jim Lenahan. For Group 12, it is the 49 of Howard Liebengood with the win. And we still have to wait for the other Group 12 cars to cross the line and make sure they are indeed going to finish. And we should see that right about now, as finishing second in Group 12, the 14 of John Perry in a Porsche 914-6, and the 32 of Kevin Rubel in the BMW M3. Your overall standings for this group, the 49 of Liebengood is your winner in the BMW. 71 Tom Breest in the Porsche is second. 721 Joey Esma in the Porsche is third, followed by the 3A of Lenahan in a Porsche and the 20 of Womack in the BMW 2002. 6th through 10th. Car number 2, Robert Pink, the Datsun 240Z. 14, John Perry in a Porsche 914-6. Pair of BMWs are 8th and 9th, 32, Kevin Rubel in the M3, and 83, Keith Lippiot in the 2002. And finishing 10th in the Toyota Supra, car number 94, Ron Pauley. Up next, Trans Am practice. The TA, TA3, and TA4 cars will be coming out shortly, a 30-minute practice session. We'll be back after that with the motorcycles, and then we'll get into our Indy Legends Charity Pro-Am Fan Walk and driver introductions, all leading up to the 50-minute Indy Legends Charity Vintage Pro-Am presented by Racer Magazine. I want to thank Chris Dendrinos, product specialist with Jaguar Land Rover, for stopping by earlier and bringing us up to speed on what they've got going on in Garage 28, that all-electric vehicle from Jaguar. Quite the thing. I'm going to have to make it down and check that out during the Trans Am practice session. And be sure to sign up at any one of the Jaguar locations, Jaguar Land Rover displays that you find around the paddock, and avail yourself of their invitation for the complimentary drive in one of the Jaguar F-Types or XEs, and also the off-road experience with Land Rover. It's all complimentary. You need a driver's license, closed-toed shoes, and be over 21 to drive, and you need to do that. And that's quite challenging now with the addition of this light program at the Jaguar course. Makes it an entirely different situation each time you do it. You can sign up at several locations around the paddock. They've got a shuttle service that'll get you out there to the locations and bring you back. So you have no excuse. One of your buddies here at the racetrack hears about this and asks you later if you did it. You don't want to be the one to say no. So stop by Garage 28 or the Jaguar Land Rover display off the Pavilion Plaza near Vendor Row. Tritech Seals are the official seal and bearings of SVRA. They can be found in many vehicles running on racetracks throughout the world. Tritech Seals brings reliability for your chassis, drivetrain, and accessory drive systems. Doesn't matter what kind of racing you do, you'll find that Tritech has a product that'll work for your application. So if you need performance, reliability, you got the desire to win, then you need to check out Tritech. Their team of engineers put together all kinds of custom sealing solutions that'll help get you across the finish line in no time. If you haven't picked up a copy yet or haven't seen it, you want to make sure and stop by the SVRA booth and just take a look through Vintage Racing Quarterly magazine. It's the magazine of SVRA. It not only has information about past events, but upcoming events as well. So it helps you plan your trip to our next event. SVRA, the only national vintage racing organization. We race from the Great Northwest, from the Portland, Oregon racetrack, Portland International Raceway, down to Sebring. We race from Fontana, from Auto Club Speedway up to Watkins Glen, New York, with a lot of stops in between. We're here at IMS this weekend. Next week we'll be at Mid-Ohio. So hitting a lot of tracks that racers put on their bucket list. And it'd be nice to see you at a future event as well. Be sure and pick up a copy of Vintage Racing Quarterly magazine from the SVRA booth. They've also got the event posters and event program that you'll surely want to get autographed by our Grand Marshal, Johnny Rutherford.